Welcome back to the Profits of IT. I'm Jim Punzenberger, your host, and this episode is brought to you by ManagedProspectingSystem.com, the system I built after running and selling my own MSP. It's authority content, LinkedIn outreach, targeted email, done for you every week. ManagedProspectingSystem.com. Check it out after the show. Today I'm excited to have Jamison West with me. He has two consecutive exits, 4 acquisitions under his belt, led Smileback as CEO, and through its exit to ConnectWise, is that correct?
That's right, yep.
And now co-founding TimeZest and MSP Plus. It's quite the career you have so far, and I'm guessing the best is only yet to come. Right, Jamison?
Well, I hope so. A lot of changes happening, but lots of good things going on with both businesses right now. So it's good.
Sounds like an exciting time. So feel free to say hi to the audience and give us a quick 30 seconds about yourself and your businesses.
Yeah, happy to. Thank you for having me on, Jim. 21 years I owned my MSP before I sold that, and did 4 acquisitions before I sold. So I've got my entire career is in this world, and then Smileback and then TimeZest, and I also was had a coaching company with a partner, and we merged with 4 other consultancies for the IT services space to create MSP Plus. It's been 2.5 years now. It's the beginning of 2024. So I'm co-founder and chief strategy officer of both. TimeZest, traditionally known as a scheduling application, integrated with all of the major PSA platforms, and is now launching a lot of automated triage and dispatch functionality. So really excited about where TimeZest, the dev cycle in the last year, has been extremely focused on leveraging automation and AI to help with the triage and dispatch function connected to scheduling. So really helping the entire dispatch function in MSP. Then MSP Plus, just a lot of consultants and coaches just focused on increasing the enterprise value of MSPs that are looking towards their future and trying to figure out what that looks like over the next few years. So helping MSPs grow, add enterprise value, consultants helping with executive coaching, a lot of bookkeeping services, PSA and RMM coaching and consulting, and lots of fun there. We do a lot of different things at the MSP Plus side.
Cool. So let's jump into your truth bomb, Jamison. And you said that MSP growth is almost never a sales problem. It's an ops and systems problem that sales is being blamed for. That sounds like a unique lens on it. You want to explain your thinking there?
Yeah, I mean, I think I always think about an MSP as having it's a three any for-profit business is a 3-legged stool, right? You got to get business, you got to do the business, and you got to get paid for it. So it's kind of these 3 main functions in the business, and it's funny how most organic MSPs up until they're single owner, single founder led up until they get to a certain size, the scalability and challenging, we're not naturally good as technical entrepreneurs at sales and marketing, but we grow based on our own connections and personalities and what we build in the business world. But what we begin to run into really quickly is operational challenges. And ultimately, sales and marketing can be solved. I just really think it's interesting that we tend to focus on bringing in business, but if we don't operationally run the business well, we can have as much business come in the front door as we want, but we lose it right out of the back door if we aren't operationally sound. So increasing enterprise value, which is our focus, is the very first thing you need to be is operationally excellent. Never let anything go out the back door. You become profitable, you become operationally excellent, you really protect that world. And then you begin bringing in the sales and marketing and all of the things you need to let you grow. I think too many people try to solve the problem like sales and revenue. Money fixes all problems. Cash fixes all problems, but it's a slog if you don't operationally protect the business.
Hmm.
It's a much less, as everybody knows, way less expensive to keep a profitable client than to go get a new one.
Yeah, and I think this also runs into your next point that you mentioned earlier, was that it said exits are overly complicated, and knowing your recurring revenue, understanding your multiple, stop compressing your valuation, what compresses valuation, and what is it that compresses valuation that most MSP owners just don't realize?
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of elements out there of what compresses the evaluation. I think that understanding there's this concept that we have to sacrifice EBITDA to grow. So people invest a lot of money into growth that they don't ultimately see and make an excuse for lower than satisfactory EBITDAs. That always reduces the potential valuation. In general, right now, the last few years we've seen just this massive land grab of M&A activity, right? Just a lot of PE firms, holding companies, evergreen, people out there just acquiring at unfathomable rates. But what we're seeing in MSP Plus right now is actually the rampant overpaying and overvaluation of businesses is slowing. The slam dunk 10 suitors will pay double your value to buy you tomorrow is that was maybe true a year ago isn't true today. And people are the buyers are getting more selective. So it's not that the party's over; it's that it's the game's changing, and so it's more important than ever to have your ducks in a row and understand what does compress valuation. But the multiples people expected a year ago are already getting compressed. So it's been an interesting few months to kind of watch that happen.
That's very interesting. So let's shift gears here a minute and talk about your superpower. And you mentioned earlier that your superpower is pattern recognition. You said you can usually tell a founder what decision they're by going to make 2 quarters before they even make it. That's sounds like you can predict the future there.
All right. Well,
Give me an
predict the
example on how
future.
you and I know that's probably a little predicting the future isn't exactly what you meant by it, but I think it gives everybody a good laugh when you say that,
No,
right?
actually, I love the predictive future. It's a good. If I could do that, I would be long since retired. But it's a like I'm always question what's going to happen. What I do know is that being a working with executives and being a coach for as long as I have, pattern recognition. It's not pattern recognition of what the economy is going to do or what the clients are going to do or what the business is going to do, but working with people and understanding how they think and their decision making and knowing that, hey, depending on what's coming in the business, I already know kind of where you're going to, the decisions you're going to make really helps in the coaching outcomes because we can if you already know kind of the way a person leans, are they going to be a high level risk taker who's going to invest heavily in an acquisition that's fraught with problems, but they're going to throw caution to the wind and do it? Or are they highly conservative, high operational maturity oriented, and would never do something like you just start to learn all the tendencies of what the core decision makers are going to be. And when those decisions start to come, you already know what decisions they're going to make, which helps tremendously in guiding the whole business to support kind of their methodology around decision making.
Cool. That sounds like a great experience, a great wealth of knowledge that you have there. And I think that also leads into what I was going to ask you about next. What's got you excited at MSP Plus and TimeZest these days?
Yeah, I mean, very different businesses. What has me excited at TimeZest right now is that we've watched like the traditional ways. First of all, it's been an incredible ride. It's been about 7 years now, and we like dominate the scheduling use case. We just that's what we do, and we're extremely good at it. And we just have raving fans, and it's been just an amazing ride. But we also know that really the way people think about how they dispatch tickets, and how the workflow of a service desk has not really been challenged. It went from a whiteboard to a PSA, but the core process never really changed. But the technology and the intelligence is available to us now is just massively different. And it's just the timing is so flawless for us to be able to kind of reinvent that, leveraging AI, the tools that are at our disposal. And it's all human in the loop, human assist. It's not blind trust on that technology, but we can really leverage um, artificial intelligence heavily to change the game for MSP. So we're extremely excited about how we get more efficient and make our customers more profitable and leveraging that technology. So we're deep in beta, and we've got at least 20-30 customers on it right now and growing. So super excited about that. And then at MSP Plus, what we're seeing is it's been very, very interesting. We're seeing that more companies are focused on right now. We're seeing a lot of growth in the bookkeeping services, accounting services side of things. They want to be financially mature. They want to get books in order. That's a big part of operational maturity to lead to enterprise value. There's still a fair amount of PSA consulting and work that we do. We haven't marketed that as much but we're going to be growing that more. We're seeing a slowdown in remote RMM type consulting and work, which makes complete sense with how the industry is changing. And then on the enterprise services side of our business, we're doing a lot of integration management work, a lot of big migrations for platform-sized companies, and that's been a growing side of our business as the M&A is getting more operationally mature, and people who are doing it repeatedly are trying to mitigate all of the associated costs. The biggest one being churn and loss of what they've acquired in terms of revenue. So we kind of take a lot of that back end work off their hands so they manage it better.
Cool. So if maybe an MSP is looking to make an exit, or and somebody else might be interested in that you guys are doing at TimeZest, what would be a great way of getting hold of you?
I'm easy to find on LinkedIn. Not a lot of Jamison Wests out there, as a matter of fact, none I can think of. So it's spelled with an I instead of an E. That's by far the easiest way. So hit me on LinkedIn. I'm there. I've got a lot going on, but I'm always there. Jamison at timezest.com, Jamison.west at mspplus.com. Pretty straightforward. I don't try to hide any of it, so it's super easy to find me. Yeah, so we've got a lot of people rolling in asking questions right now, in terms of both businesses. So I love helping them connect the dots.
Well, listeners, we'll include that contact information in the show notes. So check the show notes for that. And Jamison, well, thank you. It's been amazing having you on here. 2 exits, 2 companies, 1 philosophy. Can't stop, I think, is a philosophy I've heard from you. Thank you for time and sharing today.
Thanks, Jen. Appreciate it.
And until next time, I'm Jim Punzenberger, founder of ManageProspectingSystem.com and author of $0 Advertising Strategies. Don't forget to check out ManageProspectingSystem.com. Stay hydrated and caffeinated. Bye for now.